Hey, Shalom, man, Shalom. When this stuff is always by giving no praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, Shai, Bashem, Makakwa, double honors to the apostles of GMS and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth, war, sincerity. This one is, I hate doing videos on women, but, this one is going to be on that topic, right? And that is really, these women are full of shit, right? And you might have what you think is a so-called good woman. She's full of shit, right? You might have what you think is a a woman that you think she has potential to be a demon. Yeah, she's full of shit, right? You might have a woman. She's given herself a Hebrew name, whatever, what have you. She's full of shit, right? This is Job. What was it? The second chapter. Right. This is Job 2:10 says, but he said unto 2:9, he says, then said his wife unto him, dost thou retain thine integrity, curse the Most High, and die? Right. So this is Job's wife. Right. Job was a righteous man. He would have thought that he had a righteous woman, right? But when shit came to hit the fan, what did she say? She said, curse the Most High and die. Right, you gotta really think about what she was saying there, because that's women are all about these easy way outs, right? She lost all the goodies, and then now things are, she come into hard times. Now she was saying all that wickedness. She was basically saying kill yourself. How you gonna tell a man to curse the Most High? Right, this is This is Sirach 12:8. It says a friend cannot be known in prosperity, right? And people they say my woman's my friend, right? People you're around, they cannot be known in prosperity, because when times are good, everything's all right. So you have your woman, as Job found out, when everything was good, she was good, right? But then what does it say? And an enemy cannot be hid in adversity, right? Because scriptures say that. Right. It says Micah 7:10. It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Right, mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Right. So we go back into here. Right, it says a friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hid in adversity. Right, so in that time, as Job found out, and he, like I said, he would have thought he had a righteous woman, right? But at that point, he found out that she was full of shit, right? Because an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity, right? You got that term, your true colors. Now you're showing your true colors, right? Just like how these, people are gonna find out, the true nature of the so-called white man Esau, right? These, men in that day are gonna find out the true nature of these women, right? But I'll get this in 1 Timothy 2:15. It says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness and sobriety, right? So you've got if a woman's with a man of the Lord, right, man that the Lord has has deemed for salvation, right, man of the elect, right, then she gonna be alright, right? But she's gotta be with a man of that the Most High has chosen to be saved, right? So that's what you as a hopeful 144,000 hopeful elect, that's what we bring to the table, quote unquote, right? What does she bring? Right here, and that's something, like I'll speak for myself. You need to always remember that in my head. It's like, the Lord's why I'm a man of the Lord, right? If you're with me when, as opposed to how I put it, if you're with, if your woman's with you when the chariots come, right, then she's gonna be saved with you. Right, so that's what I bring to the table. But what the fuck do you bring? And the answer is, for the most part, fucking nothing. Right, so don't be stressing and straining. We're men at the end of the day. So it's easier said than done. right? But just no real point stressing and straining, because at the end of the day, the Lord gives and the Lord takes away, right? The majority of these people ain't worthy. What does the scripture say the Lord hates, right? This is Proverbs 6 verse 16 says, "These 6 things doth Yahweh hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood." Right, but first thing mentioned here was a proud look. Right, you also look at what was that, Sirach? I forgot where exactly is pride. This is Sirach 10:18. Says, "Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of women." Right, so as a man, you ain't supposed to be proud, and the Lord hates pride. But these women, they're all about pride. And the Lord, these damn women, they're as proud as can be. Right, you see them walking up and down the streets, head held high, trying to back up men. Right, tell men what it is that they can and can't do, all of that shit. Right, but that's gonna that's gonna result in a load of these women around you, being put down, being put to death in that time. Right, because you find out is the Lord has got judgment not only for the men on this planet but for the women on this planet. Right, I remember one of the older brothers in our camp basically speaking on the fact that here it is, you be stressing and straining trying to get a woman, and that woman's been designated to be destroyed with a 2/3. She's been designated for destruction with a unrighteous man, and here it is, you're stressing and straining because you want to have her, but she ain't yours to have. Right, it's a thing of walking in the spirit. Right, once again, those will we be those men. Right, we bring salvation through Yahushua to the table. Right, if we be those men, then the Lord wants, has mercy on us to save us, then our women will be saved with us, and that's what we bring. Like I said, a lot of these women, they don't bring shit. Right, she might even be the mother of your kid, but that doesn't mean anything. Just remember that, she could go get your herself and your kid chipped, take the mark of the beast, and that's just the realness of the situation. Right. I'm just going to be touching a whole load of things. Right, so John 15:19 says, "If you were of the world, right, the world will love his own," and these women are worldly. Right, that's something that the apostles have said, on more than one occasion, I'm sure. Right, if you got all of these women roaming around you, all loving you, always trying to, deal with you and all of that, you got to ask yourself, because women love the world. Right, they love the world. So if you're representing the world, then they're going to love you. And now what you may see, what you may observe is, women will float around you, like, who's this guy? But then they maybe spend a couple of minutes with you, and then they're just there like, nah, I can't deal with this guy. Deep down in their spirit, they know they can't deal with one of the brothers doing the work, because one, they can't control us. They ain't supposed to be able to control us. Right, they may say certain things, and then just by naturally, we'll back them up. Right, they might talk that whole I'm a queen stuff, and then you back them up. You be like, you don't even know what queen mean. Queen means prostitute. Right, and then they'll hear that, and then all of a sudden they're looking at you like, oh shit, whatever, what have you. Right, you immediately made them feel small. Right, and if you're remembering that you're the prize, then they're gonna be they're gonna just be like, nah, I ain't got power over this man. That's what these women want. Right, they want power over the man. Right, and Esau has given it to them, on a platter. Right, they have taken it and they've run and run and run. Right, But let me carry on. It says, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. So once again, you'll be trying to, trying to, get a, deal with one of these worldly ass women that are really ultimately are destined for destruction, right? But end of the day, they just ain't feeding you, and they really hate you because you ain't of this world. She might start talking to you, right, about, abortion, this, that, and the other. I can't believe Donald Trump is trying to ban abortion, and you just look at her sideways and curse her out, and she gonna hate you. Hey, what does the scripture say? This is Galatians 4:16. It says, "Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?" Right, now, if you ain't simping, right, and you see some hella off shit, right, you gonna tell the truth, man. Right, you just gonna be honest. Right, but when that roast is there, you start simping, and you may not be so blunt, you may not be so, straight to the point, because you want what you want that box, right? But sometimes someone will say something, and you're just there like, nah. It goes with men and with women. You tell them of their wicked deeds, right, and they don't want to talk to you after that, because you've shined a light on their wickedness. You've shined it once, then they know you're going to shine it again, and they don't want to be made to feel like that, right? This is Ecclesiastes 7:26. This is King Solomon speaking, right? He had 1,000 wives, 700 wives and 300 concubines, right? It says, "And I find more bitter than death the woman." Right? Hey, you read Job, the 3rd chapter. Job said, he wished that he was in a spirit world. He was like, look, man, like, if I was in a spirit world, I would have been at rest. Right? So that would have been at rest. Right? It says, "Whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her." Right, so don't be surprised if the Lord, he gave you a woman, but as you got more and more in His Spirit, He took that woman away from you. Don't be surprised if that happens, because you just weren't compatible. Why? Because as you was getting more spiritual, you was becoming less worldly, right? And because you were less worldly, the world started to hate you, and one of the members of that world is your, was your ex-girlfriend, your woman, whatever. Right, girlfriend, I know I can't even use that term, no such thing, but your ex-woman. Right, so whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Right, so the sinner shall be taken by her. So like once again, to reiterate the point, the elder brother said in the camp, right, he you're fighting for this woman that's been destined to be destroyed. Forget it. Why? Because these women are full of shit, and you're the prize. We're the prize. Right? This is Proverbs 31:3. It says, "Give not thy strength unto woman, nor thy ways to which destroyeth kings." Right? And 8, scripture says that we're a nation of kings and priests. Right? One of the things that we're hoping for is salvation. Right, but if you're giving all your strength, i.e., you're not doing your videos, you're not you're not being brotherly. Right, you're not doing your videos because you're spending too much time with her. You're not being brotherly because you're spending all your money and your time with her. Right, you're basically just someone who pops up at the camp, because that's what you've been told you have to do. Right, you're not really down for this. Why? Because you divert all that energy into your woman. Right? You have one guy, he had a controversy about the fact that, he was like, yeah, man, I'm just gonna have one woman in the kingdom for eternity, mind you, right? And then, if I'm remembering the story correctly, right, he fell out over one, women and all of that, right? This is 1 Ezra 4:26 says, "Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, right, and become servants for their sakes," right, and run out of their wits, man. They lost their minds, Like for example, the example I just shared, the guy who fell out because of his woman. Right, they ain't one. There's several. That's the only one I can think of on top of my head, and that's running out of your wits. Right, become servants for their sakes. What do we call that today? Simping. Right, the large majority of these men simp. Right, I've seen, with my first hand experience, right, women straight up making just just like off-key jokes in front of their boyfriends, to new people, whatever, what have you. Right, I've seen a guy, put out his hand like a tray so his woman can leave his shit on his hand. Leave her shit on his hand like a jacket or whatever. She just, you hold this. And motherfucker lift, he pulled out his hands like it was a tray and she just chucked it while she was there chilling nice. This is Baruch 4:28. It says, For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned seek Him 10 times more. Right, so once again, it basically make the Most High your priority. Make Sophia, because the word wisdom, right, means Sophia, and in fact now I've said that. Well, this is Proverbs 8:11. It says, for wisdom is better than rubies, and just wisdom is precious. That's what it's saying. Right, and here's the point I wanted to touch. It says, and all things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. And what's one of those things that you may desire? A woman. Right, but this is just saying, look, man, wisdom, nothing compares to wisdom. Right, so get wisdom. Right, and look at the case of King Solomon. He got wisdom, and after the fact, things were added unto him. Right, I'll just end on these two last scriptures, bread and butter. This is Isaiah 29:16 says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding. Right, so surely you're turning of things upside down. Things have been turned upside down. You read the order of things in Corinthians. It says 1 Corinthians 11:3 says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Yahushai, right? World English calls Jesus Christ. It says, and the head of the woman is the man, right? And the head of Yahushai is Yahweh, the name of the Father, right? It says, and the head of the woman is the man. So the man is on top, but in this world, it's been flipped upside down. It's been turned upside down. Why? Jeremiah 31:22. How long will thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Right, and you've seen that, in this world, that is exactly, the how it is. Right, women are in control and the men just sit in the background and they're happy to. The saying in this world is, a happy wife is a happy home. Fucking simps. Right, but like I said, this one was just myself also just reminded that these women ain't full of shit, every last one of them. Right, my mother included. Right, so yeah, remember we're the prize, and that's just how it is. And hey, some people may be offended by that, but it's the truth. But what I just said, you just gotta be honest. Now, does that give you does that give you a right to go and be disrespectful to your parents? No, you ain't supposed to. If they're going off, they're going off. They're going off. Had more than one, according to our law. You want your mother, because that's one thing, these black women, oh, but your mama black, right? Your mom's had more than one, one partner. According to the law, she's a hoe. Right? Some of your moms have had abortions. Some of your moms have schemed on men. But why? Because of that, once again, because of that worship of women. Like, you ain't gonna say it what it is. Some of your moms are straight up demons, man. I see certain Jake women, and they're just straight up demons to their children. But you're gonna reverence that. That same little nigga is gonna grow up and then, on his song say, "I love you, ma." But then ma was, dragging him outside, with no clothes on. I think I've seen this, man. Just to the front doorstep or whatever. Kids just walking out, shouting at the kid, whatever, what have you. And you just looking at this shit like, God damn, that kid ain't got a choice. Kids following the mom butt ass naked out into the front porch. Kids just in the house or just butt ass naked, man. Lord's will, that was edifying. Until the next time, shalom.